On today's Average Joe Show, March Madness is finally kicking off. There was a couple of games yesterday, and boy was there some upsets. My bracket is already busted, along with probably about a billion others, and I will not be getting that money from ESPN. Fuck me. Anyways, NFL news, Jordy Nelson has signed. There's been a lot more signings, and this offseason is looking like this could shape up for a good year this year in the NFL. Also in the MLB, the biggest name for pitchers for free agents, Jake Arrieta has finally signed, and it's with the team you would least expect. And Moose is going back to KC. That kind of fires me up a little bit. Anyways, it's going to be a good episode, boys. Stick around with us, and with that, let's get going. Welcome to the Average Joe Show, presented by Jon and Oz. This is episode number 11, and today is Friday, March the 16th. Weekend is here. I work. Again.
I don't. Again.
Yet again, I work. It's going to be brutal.
It's going to be a terrible time.
But I work every weekend, except next weekend I get it off. We were talking about this. Next weekend I get Saturday, Sunday off, and then weekend after that, it's a Jay's home opener.
Mm-hmm.
Get that weekend off.
Perfect.
It's gonna be good times for me. Next couple weekends.
This weekend's gonna suck, but
yeah, this weekend's gonna be a ball buster. But it's like, all I'm thinking about is I got 2 weekends off. I can fucking grind this one out. But,
yeah, for sure.
Either way,
talking about grinding, our best pals and our mates,
our good mates here,
friends of the show.
We do know them personally.
Yeah,
we're gonna have one of them on the show eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Drake.
Yeah, exactly. But if anybody out there is a big Fortnite fan, hopefully you guys caught the Ninja stream. If anybody needs some background, Ninja is a Fortnite streamer. He has about 4 million YouTube subscribers. And I don't know what his numbers are on Twitch, but they're ridiculous. He makes more than,
you and I.
Yeah. He makes more than the city of Sault Ste. Marie.
And he plays a fucking video game.
Yeah, exactly. But on his stream, he had Drake, Travis Scott, and JuJu Smith-Schuster, which was pretty goddamn wild, if you ask me.
The thing about that is, how did JuJu slide in there?
I was watching.
JuJu's a part of the FaZe clan or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, he's a good video gamer. It's so weird how he just kind of slid in there.
Well, I was watching.
He's like, I'll just
slide into the DMs. Yeah.
It's like that typical Canadian at the grocery store, just gonna squeeze past you here.
Excuse me, pardon me.
And there's guys like Post Malone, like Lil Yachty and Logic that are trying to get on there, and JuJu just comes in.
Yeah.
Not really a well-known athlete yet, but he will be.
His rookie season.
Just kind of squeezing in there.
Yeah, just kind of, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, excuse me, pardon me.
When I was watching it, it was so weird to me how I'm listening to Drake's voice and listen to Drake talk, playing fucking Fortnite, the game that I play every day.
Yeah.
Like, I could have been in a fucking game with Drake.
That's how so many people were trying to kill them.
I know.
Spawn in at the same time and then run towards them and try to kill them.
The thing that pisses me off the most is this fucking loser with blue hair.
Ninja.
Comes out of nowhere. I mean, give the kid some credit. Like, I mean, if it was you or I, we would be fucking fired up. And
he's fucking wild at this game.
I don't know, just how this random ass guy gets to fucking play with guys we look at, like, idolize and like, fucking. Yeah. Why can't it fucking be me?
Yeah, well, you're not good enough.
I'm not good enough. That's why I said.
Neither am I.
Tell my mom I'm going to quit school
and just keep playing Fortnite.
I'm just going to quit the podcast. I'm going to keep playing Fortnite until I get good.
And you just got to quit everything.
And then now maybe I will play with Drake.
And then I will get on there, and Lil Yachty will want to play with me.
They won a couple games, eh? I think Ninja and
Ninja
Drake
had like 15 kills. Drake had like 0 kills.
I think the funniest part was when was Drake was reviving Travis Scott or like vice versa, and Drake was like, "I got you, little nigga." It was like it's just some shit they said, and like when Travis Scott killed someone, he's like, "Suck my dick, you little bitch," and he's doing like the money thing. Yeah, that was That was awesome.
It is jokes, and JuJu was tweeting the whole time, like, Travis Scott just revived me, no
Yeah.
fucking way.
Yeah. And JuJu's like having the time of his life. Like, what a week JuJu's had, eh?
Yeah, really. It came about, I was watching it, and it was just Ninja and Drake playing duos.
They won a game. I was watching it.
And they won a game. And then...
I'm pretty sure Ninja carried Drake to the...
Oh, yeah. Ninja, Drake was like, here, Ninja, I got something for you. He gives him, 50 wood and, 30 metal. Just giving him anything he gets, like God's plan. But, and then he said people were watching it, and he started saying, Yachty and Logic and Travis wanted to play, and then JuJu was talking to Ninja.
Yeah.
They fucking took, an hour and a half to get JuJu. Or to get
JuJu had to, make a new, PlayStation thing just to fucking get on.
Because he had so many friend requests, and Ninja was playing on a fucking PC.
Yeah.
So that didn't make it any easier.
Platform or whatever. Yeah. Can you, are they the reason why that isn't a thing now? Can you play cross-platform now just because of fucking them? I think I seen that on. I was playing today or something. I don't know.
I know you can play cross-platform, but I don't know how you would go about doing it.
Yeah, I have no idea either.
I think there's a thing you can download on your computer. It's like Epic Games Launcher.
Yeah. I would like to be able to play on my computer just to see see if it's easier. But I know a lot of people say it's easier, but it's like
there's no way I could play without.
Yeah, there's no fucking way I could play.
Like a keyboard and a fucking mouse.
I'm sure it's so much easier to aim. All you have to do is put your mouse on the fucking guy and shoot, right?
Yeah.
That's why. But the whole building thing, I would be trying to build. I'm gonna be in a gunfight. I'm like, where the fuck's build?
Yeah,
I'm trying to find the build button. I'm like,
where's the W?
What the fuck?
WASD. What the fuck is this?
Oh man, but that was so crazy. I was like, when I first heard about it, I was like, what the fuck? How are these 4 random ass guys all these fucking?
They're not even connected at all.
No, you can see why Drake and Travis Scott are connected, but how did they just play with this ninja fucker?
I don't know.
Then JuJu just swoops in out of nowhere.
He's like, oh, I'll jump in here.
Excuse me, coming right in.
At one point, Travis Scott was like, can I get some Band-Aids?
Yeah.
And Ninja started laughing at him. Travis was like, shut up.
Shut up. Oh, man. I was fucked to watch. I mean, I was like, this is crazy.
This is wild.
Why can't I play?
Yeah.
I was trying to get online. I was like, can I get into the same
It took me 38 minutes just to get on today. Fuck.
Yeah, I know. Fuck. It was a pain in the ass today.
So while we're on the topic of Fortnite, we're going to do our top 5 this week a little bit early. We're going to do... Oh, that was extremely loud. That was way too loud. Anyway, sorry for your eardrums. But we're going to do top 5 places to drop in Fortnite.
I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, you bitches.
You guys are pussies.
You cunts.
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Okay.
I'm going to get made fun of if I don't put this first, so I'm just going to put it first. Obviously, number 1 is Tilted Towers.
Always fun.
Always fun, Tilted Towers.
I go there all the time.
I go there all the time. I drop there once every
day.
Well, once a day, just because people are like, do we have to?
Do we have to go to Tilted Towers? Yeah, we're going to go. Fuck.
I always go in there, pick the building on the farthest side of the map, and then just camp in there.
And just hope with your revolver,
with my green revolver.
Yeah, exactly.
Number 2, honestly, for some reason, it's Moisty Mire.
I like Moisty Mire.
There's no action whatsoever, but I mean,
you get lots of wood.
You get lots of wood, and there's a chance you can get 6 to 7 chests.
Yeah, exactly.
You get some pretty good loot.
And there's
there.
A crab there.
There's a crab there. You can go visit the crab. Again, lots of wood. You need those resources.
You gotta love that wood.
You gotta love that good hard wood, in my pants. Number 3, I think number 3 is gonna be number 3, Snobby Shores.
I like Snobby Shores.
I like Snobby Shores. The bunker house is usually a good go-to spot for that.
Yeah.
Usually a couple chests there, and you just go through all the houses. I mean, the circle's never fucking in Snobby Shores. So
it's always a trek.
You never fucking get to loot all the houses unless you're really good at the game, which I am not.
So I only get to loot 1 or 2 of them.
1 or 2 places.
Or someone shoots me before I get a chance to do that.
Yeah. Number 4 place to land is, a lot of people call it Harry Potterville. It's this place outside of Junk Junction.
Harry Potterville?
Harry Potterville. It's a bunch of broken down houses, between Junk Junction and the motel.
Okay.
I usually go there a lot. Sometimes it's pretty good loot there. Sometimes it's not so much. And number 5, not a lot of people are going to know about this one. It's our spot.
Yeah.
It's our spot. There's 2 random houses just outside of Retail Row that we always go to. No one ever goes there.
No.
It's so reliable, right?
We go there. Get your 2 chests, and then you get your 4 broken down houses and your sniper tower.
The sniper tower just outside of Salty Springs.
Yeah, and then you can go into Salty Springs.
Salty Springs and I think this one might be on your list. Salty Springs and Shifty Shafts are an honorable mention.
Yeah,
getting up there.
Gotta get shifty.
Gotta get shifty with it, but those would be mine for sure.
Can you recap that for me?
So number 1 would be Tilted Towers. Number 2 is Moisty Mire. 3, Snobby Shores. 4 is Harry Potterville, just outside Junk Junction. Okay. And number 5 is our houses just outside Retail Row there. I guess we'll call it our houses.
Our houses.
Maxwell houses.
Yeah, exactly. All right, I like that list.
Yeah.
Mine's a little bit different. I think I'm going to go number 1. I really appreciate Moisty Mire like you do.
Yeah.
We won our first duos game there.
Yeah, that brings back memories.
You get lots of wood, lots of chests. So nobody goes there. So when you're bad like us, it's very nice.
When you play the game like we do, we like to play it like Edge.
An ultimate opportunist.
The ultimate opportunist. The only kills we need is the last 2 guys.
Exactly. And hopefully another team knocks out one of those guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And we can knock his teammate while he's reviving him.
Exactly.
All right, so number 1, is definitely going to go Moisty Mire. Number 2, I appreciate Anarchy Acres.
Anarchy.
Yeah, nice. It's nice and open. There's tons of different houses, lots of loot out there in Anarchy Acres. I like it. Number 3, I really like Shifty Shafts. I like going into the shafts and running around with a shotgun. It's always good stuff.
We won a game recently, barricading ourselves into Shifty Shafts.
Yeah, we just put lots of traps down there. Nobody came and fucked on us.
Yeah.
It was good stuff.
And then we fucked on other people.
And we fucked on them with a pistol. Number 4, I like Snobby Shores as well. I like that little bunker.
Yeah.
I always get killed trying to go there, though.
Plus, there's those 2 houses just outside Snobby that we used to go to.
Yeah, you can go there, too. Yeah, it's lots of different options there.
A lot of good options.
And number 5, I like Lonely Lodge because I like the really big tower. It always makes me feel like the king of Fortnite when I go up there.
Plus, it really speaks to us on a personal level, right?
Exactly, because we're very lonely.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my top 5.
Do you ever realize that Anarchy Acres and what's the other? Fatal Fields are legit just the same thing.
They're the same thing.
Opposite sides of the map as each other.
I like them both.
They just ran out of things to do.
Fatal Fields is just slightly smaller, and Anarchy Acres is bigger.
Yeah, they have like the 2 barns and shit, like
the house.
Random house, and then the 2 dildos.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Those are some good lists of Fortnite destinations to land. If you don't go to Harry Potterville or the 2 houses, you got to give your head a shake. You got to start going there.
You got to start going there, especially Harry Potterville. You'll appreciate it.
Exactly. All right, so we'll move away from Fortnite for a little while. Not for too long. But we will talk some sports here. Obviously, March Madness. We are right in the middle of it right now in the first round of 64. Mm-hmm. There's been some wild upsets.
But before that, it's Friday. Who's back of the week?
I thought we were going to end on who's back of the week.
No, we're going to do it now.
We're going to do it right now?
Okay. We'll do just get all the random stuff out of the way.
And then we'll get into the sports?
And then we'll get into the sports stuff.
Okay. Here you go. Who's back of the week?
So I got a couple who's hoomps backs of the week.
Hoomps backs of the week.
Big first one, Tiger Woods is back.
Tiger Woods is back. He's in the top 5.
Top 5 for golfers again. Yep. He hasn't been there in I think it said 1,000. This is the last time he was in the top 5 or something. It was 1,600 and some days ago. I was like, this guy's a fucking legend. He's a beauty. I mean, what he did to his wife, we won't talk about.
I cheated on her.
Yeah.
With his maid.
Yeah.
But lots of people cheat on lots of people.
Yeah,
come on.
It
shouldn't have affected his golf game.
But that's a big who's back. I mean, good for Tiger. He's trying to climb his way up there. He's fucking 50 now.
He's easily the biggest draw in golf ever.
Yeah. He's the only name people like. I mean, Arnold Palmer.
The golf video games have really gone downhill since they started naming Rory McIlroy.
They're like, let's just take it off Tiger Woods PGA Tour and call it Rory McIlroy.
And nobody bought it ever again.
Yeah. I mean, I fucking loved Tiger Woods fucking video games. Me too, man.
Let's play some Tiger Woods. And you don't want to go play fucking Rory McIlroy.
Rory
Fuck
McIlroy,
that.
Rory McIlroy tour of the week.
Exactly.
That's a big who's back. Tiger's game's back on. You know, he's gonna be wearing red on Sundays again.
Yeah, I know I'll be watching when he goes out there.
Exactly.
Maybe.
Probably not.
It's still golf.
The only golf I watch is maybe sometimes the Masters, and I think that's coming up pretty soon. I think that's
maybe the last 2 holes of the Masters.
Yeah, like the last 2. I don't know.
I'll pay attention at the bottom of the Sportsnet ticker where it shows like the leaderboard.
Yeah, exactly.
But I won't watch any of the golf.
Another who's back of the week. Just the term double B.
Double B's.
2 B's.
B squared.
2 B's. The Boston Bruins are back. They were pretty bad. Now they're on a nice win streak. They're second in their division.
Yeah, they're looking good.
They're looking good. Bracket Busters.
Oh, Bracket Busters are definitely back.
Bracket Busters are back.
We were going to talk those until you rudely interrupted me.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk about that soon, but Bracket Busters are back. My bracket was ruined when Arizona went down, and that was really bad.
Yep.
And then Miami went down. There's a lot of shit went down.
Yeah, a lot of shit went down.
My bracket is completely ruined. Another double B, buzzer beaters.
Buzzer beaters are back.
Buzzer beaters are back.
Loyola Chicago. Yeah. Or Loyola Chicago.
Loyola Chicago with a nice buzzer beater to knock off Miami, who I also had in the Elite 8.
Yeah, fuck Miami. I knew Loyola Chicago was taking it.
You didn't know.
Yes, I did. I picked them.
Any other... I think those are the only double B's for now.
They got 3 double B's back this week.
Yeah.
That's more than one, so we can mention it.
Yeah, exactly. Big boobs. Those are always back, I guess.
They are back. They went somewhere, but they're back now.
They're back now. Bears.
Bees?
Big bears. Bees. Not double B, just bees. They're no longer in a state of emergency.
No.
Bumblebees.
Bumblebees are back.
Bumblebees are back. They're no longer going extinct. They're. I don't think they're in a state of emergency anymore. We don't have to worry about not having any oxygen and plantation.
Yeah, we still have bees. Bees are important.
Bees are very important. I don't think people realize how actually important fucking bees are.
No, hornets not important.
Hornets and wasps can fuck off.
Yeah, but bees are important.
Bees are what we need.
Yes, exactly.
Another hoops back. St. Patty's Day tomorrow.
Yep. Lots of green stuff.
Green apparel is back, and people who are 0% Irish that claim they are Irish for the day are back. Those people are back.
I am Irish for today.
Kiss me, I am Irish. And I feel like I am. I need to ask my parents this. I don't really know what I am. I feel like I am Irish because my hair is brown.
And you are white?
And I have an orange beard.
Yeah.
I don't know why I have an orange beard, a red beard, but I do. So I'm gonna. That is
kind of strange.
I'm gonna claim I'm Irish just for that.
I know I'm part of Irish,
and I like to have a beer ski. So
I like to have a couple brews every now and then.
So I'll claim for now that I'm Irish until I'm proven otherwise.
Hey, you're Jewish. You're good with money.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Irish. I like to drink and ban homosexuals for my parade.
I think I am Jewish because I used to have a Jew fro.
I think you're both. I think you're Jewish and Irish.
I'm a Jew Irish. Is it Muslim or Muslimity?
Are they Muslim or do they study Muslimity?
Is it Jewish or Jew Irish?
Irish.
Jewish, Irish. That's just Irish.
Irish Jew. Irish Jew.
Okay.
Anyway.
Any you got any who's backs of the week?
I got a who's back of the week for you. Little Jersey Shore.
That's a big
situation.
Oh, the situation's back.
Yeah, all the boys and the girls of Jersey Shore are back.
Fuck, I'm fired up to see Ronnie again.
I haven't watched those boys and girls since we were in grade 8 and 9.
It's t-shirt time, baby.
It is t-shirt. It's gym tanning laundry time.
It's time of GTL
the
here.
Cabs are here.
Holy fuck, that's gonna. I'm actually interested to see how that fucking goes.
I think they all have kids now.
Yeah, I know.
So it's gonna be weird.
They kind of all
Are they all gonna bring their kids with them? Like instead of going out to the bar, they're gonna have play dates.
It's like Cabs are here, t-shirt time, and they go to daycare.
Yeah, and they go to the Toys R Us,
and they go to a place with a ball pit.
Yeah,
and they just get lit in there.
This episode of Jersey Shore, Jenny's kid is having a temper tantrum.
The only thing I'm gonna miss about this one is that Ronnie's girlfriend or Sam is gonna be
Sam.
there to say Ron,
Ron, stop.
it, Ron. And then Ron going ape shit on her. That's what I'm really gonna miss. I always miss. That was the best part of watching Jersey Shore, was watching Ron just go ape shit on Sam.
Yeah.
That was
He just gets so pissed off the whole time.
Everyone's like, you can't go wrong with what the fuck's his name, Vinny.
Yeah, he's a classic.
And DJ Pauly D, obviously.
Yeah.
But Ronnie was my guy.
Ronnie
was my dude.
A jacked up,
Yeah, exactly. Ronnie was a jacked up motherfucker that I loved.
Just getting tattoos on his fucking.
Hopefully, like I feel like JWoww and like Snooki have kind of like they've gotten older. They're probably not as hot as they used to
I think
be.
Snooki's a lot thinner.
Hey, that's good.
I think she lost a lot of weight.
Maybe hopefully she doesn't lose that in the chest area.
in the chest department.
In the chest department. Hopefully we still see that. It's usually what I was.
I don't think you have to worry about Jenny. I mean, she had some pretty big fake tits. I don't think
anybody.
I don't think gravity will ever hurt those things.
No, exactly.
There's too many doctors in the world to hold those up.
So is it just the six of them, or is there another person? Like, what's this short ass motherfucker?
It was the Dina. Deanna, something like that.
Yeah. Is she back?
I think so.
Something with a D.
I think so. Are they looking for another cast member? Because your boy is Italian.
We could go down there.
We could go down there and really.
Is it actually in Jersey Shore? I think it's in Miami now, right?
I don't know where it is.
I think they're going to South Beach. I see in the trailer or something.
Oh, are they?
I don't fucking know.
We're gonna go see Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that.
Yeah. All right, those are the.
Before we end, who's back? I just want to tell you that they used to call me the Situation back in high school. Because whenever I walked into like a all-you-can-eat buffet, all the workers would look and they'd be like, "Shit, we got a situation. This is gonna be a situation." Shit.
They say all you can eat, but do they really want you to eat all you can?
No, I don't think they want me to eat all they can.
Anyways,
yes.
Those are the hoops back of the week.
Yes.
It's Friday, so
it is Friday.
We'll bring you. That was a good segment.
Yeah, we'll bring you a who's back of the week every week.
Every Friday,
yeah.
We'll do a hoops back. Before we get going into the sports talk here, I'm gonna get a water, so we're just gonna take a quick pause.
Okay, no problem. Pause for the cause.
Pause for the cause here, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back. We're back in action here.
We're back.
All right, March Madness.
March Madness is in full swing.
Full swing. What a time to be alive. Here in March.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just gonna give you a quick update just because it popped up my phone. The Bears matched Kyle Fuller's deal from the Packers, so they're paying him $56 million over the next 4 years for Kyle Fuller. So we'll talk a little bit more about that when we get into the NFL news, but I just wanted to let you know, just so you could digest it while we do talk some March Madness here.
Kyle.
So the round of 64 is upon us. You heard us make our picks 2 episodes ago. The favorites, as you know, predictably, have been tearing up the competition, but there has been some upsets. The first one of the tournament was Loyola Chicago taking down Miami. 11 beats a 6 seed here. Loyola Chicago is led by Dante Ingram, 13 points, 7 rebounds, and he does hit the game-winning 3. What did you think about that game? And did you see Loyola Chicago having a shot?
I watched that game. It was a fucking good game, obviously. Obviously, I wanted Miami to win because I'm pretty sure I have the U going to like my Elite 8 or some shit.
And then Zona to the Final Four.
And then Zona to the Final Four. I'm pretty sure that's what I had in the bracket we discussed.
I believe so.
Yeah, I had Arizona. Actually Arizona and Miami in the Elite 8 going against each other. That's not gonna fucking happen.
That's jokes.
But to be honest, before we did the bracket, I was like, I think me and you were talking about it, and Mike was like, this is an interesting game. I can actually kind of see Loyola Chicago beating Miami. Yeah. I was like, nah.
No, I gotta go with the U.
I gotta go with the U here.
Yeah.
But I definitely did not think Buffalo was going to beat Arizona just because of DeAndre.
That was ridiculous.
Just because of DeAndre.
Like, no one can 4 seed. Yeah. Everything like that.
No one can fucking stop that man.
Apparently.
But apparently someone can.
Yeah. So moving on to the Buffalo-Arizona game. Buffalo beats Arizona 89-68 for a 13-4 13 seed over a 4 seed. It was ridiculous. No one saw this one coming.
No.
They outscore them in the second half, 49-30 does Buffalo. Wes Clark leads them with 25 points, 4 boards, 7 assists. DeAndre Ayton does lead the Cats with 14 points, 13 boards. But, Wes Clark and Buffalo, they just took it to Arizona in this one.
It was super, it wasn't even a close game. They just blew them out of the water.
Yeah, they just blew them out start to finish.
Yeah, I was like...
Ayton didn't look good. He had 13 boards, but, anybody with that body could wake up and get fucking 13 boards.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly.
Do you think this knocks DeAndre Ayton down a little bit when the draft comes up, or do you think...
I think he's still...
Do you think he's prospect 1A, or does this give some other guys room, like a Marvin Bagley, to kind of
I still think
get into that number 1 pick area?
I think he's still 1A. I don't think anyone's going to be able to pass on this kid. I don't know. I think he's still...
Is there a lottery team that has a locked-in center option? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but
I have no idea.
I think the only chance that DeAndre Ayton doesn't go first is if the team that ends up with the first pick
already has
a rock solid player at center.
I think this guy's too good. He's too big. He already looks like a grown ass fucking man.
Yeah,
that has been in the league for fucking 5 years. This guy's 7'1",
260. 3 years younger than me, and looks like he's 40.
Yeah, exactly. He's he entered the March Madness tournament with on fucking bench warmers. It says I am 12.
Yeah, he's the only player in NCAA basketball this year to average 20 points, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, it's fucked up with this. I don't think, just because of this one game, a lot of stars have had one bad game in March Madness. And
yeah, Trae Young also gets booted.
Yeah.
So, big upset there. Arizona's never going to forget this one.
No.
13-4, and they just got whipped. People had them, I had them losing to Kentucky in the next round, but people had them going to the finals.
Yeah, exactly.
There were lots of teams that picked them to win the whole thing, so shocker there. Buffalo over Arizona. And there wasn't really a lot of other upsets yesterday. Those were the two big ones. Alabama does beat Virginia Tech, but that was a 9-8. And Colin Sexton goes off for the Roll Tide. 25.6 assists. That's another big-time prospect. I think Colin Sexton's probably going to go in the top 10. Probably around that 8, 9, 10 range.
Yeah.
What do you think about this kid going into the NBA?
I think this kid's going to be pretty good going into the NBA. Not making a non-basketball school kind of into a basketball school.
Yeah, absolutely. Alabama hasn't done anything in NCAA basketball.
Yeah,
so.
They haven't done anything in NCAA basketball, and it's mostly because the SEC is always good for football, right? But they're no slouches in basketball either. They got Florida, Auburn's good this year.
Yep.
Alabama. He's bringing Alabama back into trying to make them a basketball school, which is give the kid props. I kind of like to see it. So.
Yeah, I think he'll be good in the NBA.
Yeah.
I don't think he's much of a shooter. I think he kind of picks his spots, but he's not like a Damian Lillard kind of kid who's going to be jacking him up. I like Colin Sexton.
I don't think he's going to be a superstar by any means, but he'll be a good basketball. He'll still produce.
I think he'll be a better, more better playmaking version than an Alfred Payton kind of guy.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be a lot better than Alfred Payton, but I think that's the kind of body and kind of skill set you can see from Colin Sexton right now.
Yeah.
So the other big upset of the day was number 13 Marshall. Something about these 13 seeds.
Yeah.
13 Marshall takes down number 4 Wichita State in a shocking upset. You see what I did there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I seen that.
The Wichita State Shockers, if anybody didn't get the stellar comedy that just occurred. But number 13 Marshall does take down number 4 Wichita State. John Elmore on Marshall puts up 27 points, 4 boards, and 4 assists. Connor Frankamp on the Shockers does also put up 27 points in the loss, but it wasn't enough. What did you think of this game? Marshall outscores them 47-38 in the second half.
White boy can ball.
2 white men really balled out in this game.
Oh yeah, you see the fucking shot he made at the very beginning of the second half. It was like 10 feet behind the fucking 3-point line.
It was wet as fuck,
It was just fucking wet. He was just triggering them. It was like heat check, and he was just fucking going.
I like that.
Yeah, that was the first time Marshall's been in the tournament in 31 years. And
Yeah.
they just come out of nowhere and beat an always favorite in March Madness, Wichita.
Yep. The Shockers usually make it pretty far.
Yeah. So
Randy Moss was loving it.
was he? We are Marshall.
Yeah, I did see it on Twitter. He was loving it.
Oh man.
And the only other upset of these 2 days so far, there are games later on tonight, but there was a 10-7 upset. Butler destroys Arkansas by 17.
Yeah, I seen that one coming.
I picked the Razorbacks in that one. Clearly, I was wrong. Mr. Kamar Baldwin goes off for 24 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists for the victorious Butler Bulldogs. I believe that's what they are. They're a dog of some kind. But I didn't really watch this game. Did you catch much of it? Butler, Arkansas.
I watched a little bit of it. I mean, Butler kind of just ran away with it early.
Yeah,
It was like I kind of expected. I mean, I was surprised Butler was ranked so low. Butler's always a good basketball school. They always seem to do something. I mean, they made it how far with Gordon Hayward that one year. So
yeah.
It was a pretty boring game. I think Butler kind of just blew them out. It was kind of surprising. It was like wasn't.
Yeah, it was
surprising to some. Not really.
It was 36-31 in the first, so kind of close, but 43-31 in the second. They really ran away with it.
Yeah.
Good defense, holds them to 62 total points, 31 and 31. Is it good for Butler?
Right now, it's only 44-42 in the Michigan State Bucknell game right now. They're only winning by 2 for a heavy favorite State.
Yeah, Michigan State is heavily favored. Lots of people have picked them to go on to the finals or even win it.
I picked them to win it.
It would be absolutely insane if Bucknell takes on Michigan State.
If it takes them
I
down,
would lose it.
Yeah,
I would lose it
too. I'd be like, what the fuck?
There's another game at half here. Kansas State and Creighton. Not a lot of offense here. 32-26.
Yeah.
We picked Creighton in that one, I believe. It doesn't look like their shots are dropping in the first half, though.
I'm not sure who the hell did I pick in that game. I think I picked.
Whoever you picked. Another game. Auburn's playing tonight against Charleston. They're currently up by 3. Number 1 Xavier is playing number 16 Texas Southern, only beating them by 1, but it is only about 6 minutes into the first half.
I just want to see one fucking 16 team take down a one seed.
Me too. I would love to see that.
Fuck.
And there is a host of other games going on tonight, but it doesn't look like there's any big heavyweight matchups.
I'm excited to watch the Missouri game. Missouri and
Florida State,
just because I want to see Michael Porter.
Yeah, I think Michael Porter's going to go one and done.
Yeah,
probably like Trae Young.
More than likely.
Yeah,
I think Michael Porter's. I mean, despite him, it's going to be hard to make the transition of only playing 2 games and then plus the March Madness, however long he makes it in this.
Yeah, that's why I think he's going one and done. He hasn't had much.
Yeah,
I think he's going back to school. Like realistically, he never fucking played in college, really.
Yeah.
So it's like
I'm interested to see what that kid does in fucking in the bigs in the NBA. But I mean, a lot of people are comparing him to Kevin Durant with his size and his ball handling ability, right?
Yeah, he's got that athleticism. He has that big body. He's about 6'9", good shooter. I think he's going to be really good in the NBA. I just think that missing an entire season of
development
in your college year, I mean, he's going to go into the NBA pretty raw.
Yeah.
Unless we see something, drastic here.
Yeah.
If he fucking carries Missouri to
exactly.
a Elite 8 and carries the,
I mean,
carries the offense, you can't really
could
complain.
See it happening with his brother on the squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Jonte.
Yep.
Jonte Porter and Michael Porter. That'd be interesting to see. It's you never really see the big name. It's always the people that win the NC the tournament it's just a bunch of It's
a good team.
A good team.
More than usual outstanding individual players.
Yeah, exactly. It's why it was hard for me to pick Arizona to win it all, because you never see like one guy. It's always like a group effort.
Mm-hmm.
And like same with like Marvin Bagley. That's why I can't picture Duke winning it all.
But they have Grayson Allen and other pieces
Yeah.
too. It's not just Marvin. Whereas in Arizona, it was pretty much.
That's why I feel like Michigan has a good chance because they just have a good all around team. They don't have one guy that just stands out.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Like one guy, like you know what I mean. It's one team effort.
Do you want to talk about a couple of the prospects here we've seen?
Yeah, we can talk about those guys.
So we talked a lot about DeAndre Ayton. We think he's going to go first overall. Jaren Jackson Jr. on Michigan State. They are playing right now. We haven't seen much of him, but he is another big name prospect.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't really have to speak on him because we haven't seen him that much. We've spoken on Michael Porter Jr. We think he has a lot of potential, but I believe he needs one more year of schooling because he missed.
How about that fucking that random ass guy that plays overseas? Luka
Doncic.
Doncic supposed to go like first or second.
Yeah, he's going to go in the top 3 probably. Apparently, he's like a 6'6" point guard who's a wild shooter and he can defend and he's athletic and stuff.
I hate when people are overseas because you never see what they're like until they come over here and it's just like, what the fuck are these? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can never trust those guys that come from
Slovenia, born in 1999. That's all they got on him.
That's all he got.
Point guard / shooting guard.
Wow.
But he's got a lot of potential. He's probably going to go in the top 3. Probably. But we haven't seen any of them, obviously, because he's overseas and he doesn't play in March Madness.
Yeah.
We did get to see Mo Bamba on Texas. I believe Texas took the win.
No, Providence won.
So Texas does lose. Mo Bamba goes out in the first round. Freshman, one and done center. He looks like he's going to be one of the best defenders in the league when he walks in.
Probably like a Miles Turner.
Yeah, he's huge. His wingspan is massive. He knows how to play defense.
Yeah.
He'll be a lob target right off the bat, pick and roll guy. But
yeah, for sure.
Mo Bamba doesn't see very much offensive usage. He's not really a post-up guy. Not really a shooter.
It was Nevada that beat Texas. Sorry.
Okay.
Either way,
Mo Bamba's out in the first round. What do you think of him? It's probably going to go top 10. Do you think he's worth that investment?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And I feel like the way I would pick, the way I would look at it is I don't need my center to be a big-time scorer. I want my center to rebound and defend. That's all I need. That's all I would want him to do.
Yeah,
and that's
absolutely.
exactly what this guy can do. So I don't think he's going to be bad in any way. I think this kid's going to make some team happy.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He's going to be a good fucking player.
Unless he goes to Orlando, and that's somewhere I could see Mo Bamba going is Orlando.
Yeah.
And Orlando sucks.
Still, though, but...
Yeah, but Vucevic sucks.
Yeah, true, I guess.
He's okay, but he's not he's a terrible defender, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, Marvin Bagley, the third we can speak on. He delivered a good performance in Duke's victory. I'm not even sure who it was over, but it was a 15 seed.
Yeah.
If you can check real quick.
Iona.
Duke beats Iona 89-67. They handle him. I believe that Marvin Bagley had about 22 points. Pretty sure, somewhere around there.
Yeah, I think so.
But he had a very good game. What do you think about Marvin? Do you think he's going to go top 5?
Yeah, he'll probably go top 3 maybe.
Yeah.
I think it'll be
Ayton, Bagley, and Doncic.
Yeah, it's either one of those 3. Those are either order. I think Ayton should be your clear number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really a toss-up for that Doncic and Bagley. I'm not really sure. I haven't really seen much of Bagley this year. The way I pictured him, and I said this to you before, it's probably not going to end up true. I'm very wrong with these predictions, but I don't want to say he's going to be a bust, but I don't know, man. I can never trust big name guys that come out of Duke or Kentucky unless you're Anthony fucking Davis.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kentucky does produce a lot of good players. It's Duke that never really, like Jahlil Okafor didn't really work out that well.
Didn't Kyrie Irving go to Duke?
Yeah, Kyrie did go to Duke, but he's a guard, like big man.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I don't know. He'll probably be a good player. I don't think he's gonna be like a Cat or like an Anthony Davis, but.
No, well, yeah, I think that might be a lot to ask.
Yeah.
I think Marvin Bagley, I like the Kevin Garnett comparison with him. I don't think he'll be Garnett defensively, but he's got a good array of post moves.
Mm-hmm.
He can shoot that mid-range J.
Yeah.
Give him a couple seasons. I think he can stretch it out to the three-point line.
Yeah.
I think that another comparison I like for Bagley is LaMarcus Aldridge. They're not really the same body. Like Aldridge is bigger and thicker, but they both predominantly play a post-oriented game.
Right, yeah.
LaMarcus can stretch it out a little bit. I think Bagley just has more athleticism. He'll probably be a better defender because he's a bit faster.
Yeah, yeah.
But I like Marvin Bagley. I think he's probably going to go top 5.
Probably, yeah.
We'll speak on one more guy here. Trae Young, Oklahoma point guard, gets knocked out. Lots of Steph Curry comparisons from the media. I mean, he's not going to be close to as good as Steph Curry
No.
is, but he's a wild shooter. Not a big body, not a good defender.
That was his game that he had. That was the first time I ever watched him. I wanted to see why people thought he was like going to be like Steph, but
because he bombs away.
He was wet. Like he was,
Yeah.
like he hits like shots like Steph can, but I mean it's college.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, like you never know what's gonna happen with these guys once they enter. I mean, a lot of people are saying like this kid's gonna be like a JJ Redick or Jimmer that only can pull up, but I mean this kid's got handles. This kid can.
Yeah.
This kid's a nice playmaker. I mean,
He can run an offense.
yeah.
I think he'll his defense is where people probably have the issue with him.
Yeah.
And I think he's almost got the Isaiah Thomas like syndrome. Not like he's as short as Isaiah is, but he's got kind of the problem where he has no problem putting in the effort on defense. It's just the fact that he's so small. It's like there's only so much that you could possibly do. And
you
I
can
mean,
only ask so much of this kid. Right?
like I think he's only like 6 feet tall, if that.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Well, okay, you never know. Like maybe this kid is gonna be like Chris Paul that can shoot, right? As a better jumper.
True. I think Chris Paul's like 6'3", but
I think Chris Paul's only like 6'1".
Really?
I think he's pretty short. Chris Paul's pretty short.
Well, 6'3" is pretty short for an NBA player.
Well, that's your typical Steph. That's
I thought Steph's like 6'4".
No, Steph's like 6'3". Russell's 6'3".
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, Russ is a freak.
Yeah, Russ is a fucking freak. But I mean, I'm interested to see what Trae Young can do at the next level. I mean, hopefully he isn't like a JJ Redick. I hope he can actually do something. But
I think in today's NBA he'll be valuable because he can shoot that 3 ball.
Yeah.
And 3-point shooters are always valuable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm putting a top 10 pick into Trae Young just because he's only a one side of the floor player.
Yeah.
And he isn't the greatest ball handler.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's a good ball handler, but he's not a typical like Lonzo Ball coming out of college or anything like that. Like he's not like
holy fuck, take a look at Trae Young.
Like look at his handles, look at how good his passes are, stuff like that.
There really isn't anyone like that this year except for like I guess you can make the claim for Bagley.
And they're mostly big men this year.
And Ayton,
Yeah, the big men are really dominating this year. It looks like, besides Luka, who we haven't really seen anything from, it's going to be a lot of big men going.
Yeah.
Wendell Carter from Duke as well. Marvin Bagley, DeAndre Ayton, Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yeah. DeAndre Ayton, I think, is going to be he's huge.
Yeah, he's going to be a Dwight Howard who can shoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much
and with better post moves.
A lot of comparison they're making for Ayton is old man David Robinson.
Or Akeem the Dream.
Akeem the Dream, yeah. This kid, I was watching him. Oh my god.
He is the best athlete on the floor whenever he steps onto it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
All right, so that's our March Madness update for you guys. We'll keep talking March Madness all March long.
Yeah.
Upsets, we'll talk some prospects. We'll see if any of these big name guys can keep it moving on. I like Duke's chances to make it to that finals. I do have them against Michigan, but I guess we'll see. So we're going to move on to a little bit of NFL free agency. We did talk it last episode, but is still going on in earnest. A couple not huge moves, but some decent-sized ones. We're going to start with Jordy Nelson getting released by the Packers and pretty much a day later signing with the Oakland Raiders. He gets a 2-year, $15 million deal. Do you want me to go first? You want to go first on this one?
You go first on this one.
For Jordy Nelson, I mean, the 2 years, $15 million. You can't complain about the contract. $7.5 million a year. It is what it is. His long track record of success, they bring in there for Derek Carr. They do replace him with Michael Crabtree, though, which was kind of a head-scratching move, honestly. I mean, I don't know what Crabtree's contract situation was like. I mean, if they're saving a lot on the cap with this move, I can understand it.
I think they are.
But if they're kind of similar players to me, I like Crabtree a little bit more. I think he's more,
especially now.
Yeah, explosive at this point. Jordy's coming off a couple injuries, but I mean, if they needed to find a wide receiver out in Oakland,
I guess he's your guy, right?
Yeah, I mean, Jordy Nelson's not a bad wide receiver. I can see him getting 800 yards, and I mean, he's still a good red zone option.
Yeah, exactly. I just found it so weird how the Packers handled the whole situation with Jordy Nelson. Just why would you up and just really that guy is been a part of that team for how long? Like him and Rogers have been together for so long. You see what Rogers put like a fucking huge story on Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
And all like and David Bakhtiari and all like the all offensive, every single player on Green Bay was kind of like,
what the fuck?
It was kind of like I can't remember what. I'll look up what Bakhtiari said. It was interesting to see what he said, but
so they do bring in Jimmy Graham just for some backstory. They do add Jimmy to soak up some targets. They did release Jordy Nelson afterwards. I think this is just a cap clearing move. Football is a business first and foremost, but I mean, he's a tough guy to get rid of. I don't think there's nobody they can probably bring in who's going to outproduce Jordy Nelson if healthy.
No,
not in that offense and with the familiarity that Rodgers had with him.
I think it'll be him and Derek. I mean, we've seen what happened last year. Amari Cooper had a pretty shit year last year.
Can I just say I don't like where Oakland is going, and I don't like that they hired John Gruden, and I don't like the moves he's making.
No,
like Oakland was 12-4. I was like, holy shit! Oakland's got Derek Carr, Amari Cooper. They got Khalil Mack on defense, and they got like Jalen Richard at running back, and at the time they had Latavius Murray.
They were a good team. And
they were such a good offense. And then last year they were terrible.
And then it just kind of blew up.
I mean, Derek Carr did get hurt.
Yeah. Amari Cooper fell off a cliff.
Yeah, but like, I don't think bringing Marshawn Lynch in was a good idea.
No.
I don't know why they did that.
No.
You kind of knew what you were going to get.
Yeah.
He wasn't going to be very good.
No.
Now you bring in Doug Martin.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of this, like, if they're the same.
They're kind of going backwards.
Like they're the same player, and Marshawn Lynch is still better even at his age. Like Doug Martin's not very good anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're bringing him in.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're releasing Crabtree. Like I'm pretty sure they signed a different wide receiver.
I can't remember who else they signed.
They signed Jordy, obviously.
Yeah,
they signed Jordy, but then they released Crabtree. So it's like, you're not getting better with these moves. Exactly. I don't get it.
You're kind of just either spinning your tires or
getting
worse.
Yeah, so I don't like where Oakland is going. I mean, I think they're wasting Derek Carr. Wasting him. He's kind of injury prone. Yeah. He did. So, you got the
Bakhtiari, the guard for the Packers, tweeted, "Loyalty is in your actions, not your rhetoric." Rhetoric? Yeah, I think that's what it says.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't think a lot of Packers players were happy with the move to begin with.
No, I don't think they were either. The Packers have been more active in free agency this year. We talked about it last episode. They got Graham and Wilkerson. But releasing a fan favorite in a locker room guy is always tough.
Yeah. Listen to Rodgers and Jordy's stats.
Okay.
Rodgers throwing to Nelson was 470 for 705. That was his completions for 6,919 yards, 65 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, 324 first downs for a 123.9 passer rating. That's fucked up.
Yeah, 123 passer rating would lead the league every year, anytime.
Just throwing to that man. Yeah. Like I think Rodgers is definitely gonna miss Jordy next year for sure.
I think Jimmy's gonna suck in Green Bay.
Yeah,
and
I'm still convinced that Jimmy will be okay in Green Bay.
When we talked about Jimmy, I thought Nelson was gonna be there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know.
They still got. I think Devontae Adams can replace Jordy Nelson pretty easily.
Devontae Adams is better than Jordy Nelson. Yeah. I don't know. It's a lot of familiarity to lose.
If like Devontae Adams.
What if they get hurt?
Yeah.
What if Devontae Adams goes down? If Devontae Adams goes down or Randall Cobb goes down, you are fucked.
I'm pretty sure. But if you have Aaron Rodgers throwing and you send me on a fly, he'll find me. He'll find me between some kind of hole, and the ball will just land in my mitts.
I mean, you would drop it, but
no.
I know I'd catch it. But I don't like the Jordy Nelson release. But that is the business of football, and I don't like where he went. I thought he was honestly going to New England. I think everybody's going to New England.
Oh, fuck
so
sakes.
I thought he was going to sign a 1-year deal in New England, but that didn't happen. So I guess good for him for getting a little bit of money.
Yeah. And sucks for the Los Angeles Raiders.
Exactly. Yeah, they are not going to be good. They're going to have that new stadium, and no one's going to go to it.
They're kind of going in the wrong direction here.
Yeah, they're going to have so good. They have Khalil Mack and Derek Carr.
Khalil Mack's probably like,
what? And that's it.
The fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
but we're going to move on here. Move over some moves a little bit quicker.
Quickler.
I was going to say quickly and quicker.
Quickler.
Okay. So Sheldon Richardson signs with the Minnesota Vikings for a 1-year, $8 million deal. Richardson was pretty good for the Seahawks last year. Comes over to Minnesota now, strengthening that defensive line.
Only getting better.
Yeah, you and I both had them as our third best team in the NFL. This only makes them better. I see no problems with this signing at all. The Patriots get a little bit more active in the last couple days. They swap 6th and 7th round. No, they trade their 6th round pick for Jason McCourty and the Bears' 7th round pick. They also just signed Adrian Claiborne to a 2-year, $12 million deal, as well as Jeremy Hill. And I do not have the specs on that contract just yet, but I'm sure it's not for too much. He only ran for about 116 yards last season. I think Jason McCourty is going to be good. I think he's probably going to give you about the same production you were getting from Malcolm Butler for way less price. I mean, he's only making $3 million this year. Malcolm's making $60 million over 5 years, so I like that move. You don't give up anything. I mean, they moved back from pick 209 to pick 218 to get Jason McCourty, so they got him for nothing, really. Adrian Claiborne had 9.5 sacks last year. He's going to help out the pass rush. 6 did come against Dallas in one game against a terrible offensive tackle. Mm-hmm. He just had his number that day.
Yeah.
I mean, 6 sacks in one game is fucked.
Yeah.
But he adds a little bit more of that pass rush, and we needed more D linemen, so that's good. And then Jeremy Hill, I do like this signing. He didn't play much last year because of, Joe Mixon and Giovanni Bernard and all those boys down in Cincinnati.
They always have running backs that they just throw in there, right?
Exactly. But Jeremy Hill, the 3 seasons before last year, he had 9, 11, and 9 touchdowns.
He was good. He was really good. His rookie, was it rookie year?
I think him and Bernard have kind of been together for 3 seasons.
Yeah.
So
but just the 1 year Jeremy Hill went off. I mean, he was fucking gross at LSU. So
yeah, I mean, he had 9, 11, and 9 touchdowns.
But I mean, he's probably going to the same thing the way
New England uses their back. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Running backs,
but if you give him that LeGarrette Blount role, I mean, Blount scored 20 touchdowns 2 years ago in that role. If you give him that goal line back role, I think Jeremy Hill will be a good signing. Your running backs are set pretty much now. You have James White. You re-signed Rex Burkhead, and you now have Jeremy Hill.
Do they still have Gillislee?
Yep, they also still do have Gillislee, so you have a nice mix of pass catchers and guys through the tackles. Mm-hmm. Would I like to see them get rid of Gillislee and draft a guy? Yes, but I think they have more needs on the defense and, everywhere else, really. I mean, if Gronk retires, you have a huge need at tight end.
Yeah, true.
I think
if Gronk retires, then that
fucked.
Kind of opens up the door for maybe that white boy out of Penn State if he doesn't go.
Gesicki? Yeah, absolutely. I'd like that.
Yeah.
But
I think you'd like Gronk a little bit more.
Yes, I would like Gronk more. I would like Gronk not to retire.
We need Gronk in the WWE.
In 5 years, okay?
No,
Once Tom's retired, then Gronk can go to the WWE.
Right now.
But I think the Patriots got better today, definitely. It was a slow start to free agency, but it's starting to pick up now for the Pats, and I enjoy that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Michael Crabtree here. Michael Crabtree does sign a new 3-year deal in Baltimore, becomes wideout number 1 for Joe Flacco.
Baltimore finally has a wide receiver.
The one that's not Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark we talked about last episode, I believe.
He failed his physical.
Yeah, he had the huge contract that we didn't understand. And then he failed his physical.
Yeah.
Put some air quotes around that, because I think what they saw in his physical was that Crabtree just got released.
Yeah.
So he didn't have a good physical.
Yeah.
We're not giving him that contract.
Actually, you know what? Now that you think about it.
Now that we look on Twitter and people don't like this move, I think you failed your physical.
Yeah, it's weird to say, this guy failed his physical, but he's going to go play for the Colts. Or he's going to go try out for the Colts now, or some shit.
He visit with the Colts, and he played in all 16 games last year and never had an injury. So.
Yeah, what? It was like they see Michael Crabtree and were like, shit, okay, let's do
this. You know what?
what?
Ryan Grant is not our guy.
Yeah.
But I like this move, not for Crabtree, because Baltimore's terrible.
Yeah.
But, I mean, if he wanted to go somewhere where he was going to get the ball.
Yeah, this is
where he was going to go. Baltimore finally gets a wideout that's half decent. He's going to immediately be their wideout number 1. I like the move. I think he could have gone to a better team.
Yeah, I definitely could have gone to
a better quarterback than Joe. I'm complete dog shit Flacco, but I mean, good for him for getting paid.
Exactly. That's all he can really say about
exactly. Ndamukong Suh gets released by the Dolphins. He is a free agent. He's looking for visits from the Seahawks. And there's a couple other teams in on him. What do you think of Suh? You think he's... And apparently, he's... If I can talk. He's going to go to the highest bidder, it sounds like, regardless of scheme fit or the team being good
Super
or
Bowl,
anything.
yeah.
I think Sue's come out and said like he's just going to go to whoever gives him the most money.
Yeah.
Do you think Sue's worth signing at this point for? I mean, if you're a bad team, is he going to make you that much better on a big contract?
I think if you're a bad team and the amount of money he's asking for, don't do it.
Especially with his attitude. And
yeah, exactly.
He takes plays off and he's dirty. And
if you're a team that is actually looking to get somewhere and have an impact player at defensive tackle, then absolutely do it. I mean, it's not a come Sue. He's going to do damage for
like if he goes to like a Pittsburgh or a Kansas City.
Yeah.
Or even like Oakland.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, even like somewhere where he can...
I can kind of picture him in Oakland just because they have that fucking bad boy kind of mentality, you know what I mean?
And they suck.
But,
yeah, I don't...
Join Khalil Mack in the gang there, but...
Yeah. Low-key, Ndamukong Suh might sign with the Raiders.
Yeah.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first on the Average Joe
Good
show.
fit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, Ndamukong Suh, okay player, big piece of shit, though.
Yeah.
And lastly, to wrap up NFL free agency, the Bears make a couple of moves.
Yep.
They do have their corners back from last season. It doesn't look like they're going to get much of an upgrade there now.
No.
But they re-signed Kyle Fuller to a 4-year, $64 million deal. Or 54, one of the two.
56.
56, not even close. But they do re-sign Prince Amukamara as well. They pick up Taylor Gabriel.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they signed a linebacker. But I think it was a smaller move.
Yeah, I think it was a smart move.
But those were the three bigger moves: the Amukamara, the Fuller, and then prying Gabriel away from
and don't forget
Atlanta.
Don't forget the kicker
and the kicker. They signed
Parkey.
Parkey, exactly. Cody Parkey. So they, like we said at the beginning of our entire podcast, the Bears need wide receivers.
Yeah.
So they pick up Allen Robinson day 1. Day 2, they grab them some Taylor Gabriel, or day whatever. Fuck it is, 3 or 4 or 5.
I don't mind this the move for Taylor Gabriel. I mean, it's speed.
Yeah,
it's always
absolutely.
good to have some speed. I think
he's the second best wide receiver on the Bears right now.
Yeah, probably. Besides, depending on how strong Cam Meredith can come back.
Besides the whole Cam Meredith situation.
Yeah, exactly. It all really depends on that, but I like what the Bears are doing right now. It kind of reminds me of. Exactly. I think they're remodeling this exactly on how the Eagles kind of went from nothing to something, right?
Mm-hmm.
They draft Carson Wentz. They pick up Alshon Jeffrey. We pick up Allen Robinson.
Yep.
You have a tight end like Ertz. We got
Shaheen.
Trey Burton.
Yeah.
So
you resign. You get an Eagles tight end.
Yeah, it's kind of like the same thing, and our defense is pretty much the same, except we lost Parnell McPhee, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So the defense, the defense was a top 10 defense last year, and they're only going to get better, right? So
really relies on Trubisky making that jump.
Exactly. I think if Mitch, I don't really expect Mitch to have a Carson Wentz like second year.
No,
but if it happens, this team with Jordy Nelson leaving and depending on how it works with Jimmy Graham, and they still don't have a running back in Green Bay,
and their defense isn't good.
It really all and I can kind of see them
sneaking into that 2 hole, getting a wild card.
I do think that the Bears now, even with Mitch not really knowing what's going to happen, I do think that they are better than the Lions.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And they could be better than the Packers.
I think they have more talent than the Packers.
Yeah,
I think they're the second most talented team.
Yeah, I think what Ryan Pace did this offseason, I've loved, and it.
What do you think? What do you think of Kyle Fuller getting all that money?
A
little backstory on this too.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, but to even make it tougher, he was a restricted free agent, so he had 5 days to match the contract that he got, and of course that contract came from your division rival, Green Bay Packers. So you don't really want to lose your top corner.
Yeah, they didn't want to lose
to a rival.
Yeah, they didn't want to lose a top draft pick, especially a corner, to a rival team.
That's a huge hole too. If they lose Kyle Fuller, where are they getting that corner? They'd have to draft one.
Yeah, they'd have to draft one, which I wouldn't mind. I still think they might.
Oh yeah, they most definitely could. Contracts in the NFL aren't guaranteed. You could probably cut Amukamara after this year or next year and be fine.
But I don't know. It is a lot of money, but I mean, he's an okay corner. I mean, he's
He's
fast.
pretty good.
He's still pretty good. I
Yeah.
mean, Prince is still kicking, so Prince, I was okay with Prince last year.
They're both good corners. I
Yeah.
mean, as long as you can generate some pass rush up front, they're going to look good.
Yeah. Plus, we still got Amos behind him, and
Eddie Jackson.
Eddie
Got some good
Jackson.
safeties.
Plus, Eddie Jackson had an unreal rookie year last year, so
bring in, maybe you draft like a Minka Fitzpatrick to be your
hopefully Minka,
safety linebacker slot guy.
Maybe Minka if he falls to us.
Most recent mock draft I saw did have Minka going to the Bears at 8.
Or Denzel Ward from Iowa State.
Yep.
Or Tremaine Edmonds from Virginia Tech.
Yeah, any of those three guys would help out your defense.
And I would prefer them to draft someone on the defensive side now that we picked up Allen Robinson, but I still wouldn't be upset if we drafted a wide receiver like Calvin Ridley or Cortland Sutton, whoever goes there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if we're talking draft needs, and just because this is our podcast, we talk about our teams.
Yeah.
So anybody who doesn't like the Bears or the Patriots,
can
fuck you.
Can fuck off.
Yeah, we talk about everything on this show. Let us talk about our teams, damn it.
Yeah.
I think if we're talking Patriots draft needs, the only thing I want them to draft as of right now, if they don't pick up anybody else, which I'm sure they will, but if they don't pick up anybody else right now, I want an off-ball linebacker who can play next to Dante Hightower.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick of seeing a Landon Roberts and Kyle Van Noy out there.
Yeah.
They need an athlete who can, and Dante Hightower's getting a little bit older.
Yeah.
He's more of a pass rusher than a middle linebacker, a Kuechly sideline to sideline guy.
Yeah.
I think that's what they need, a guy who can cover running backs and can play off ball and stop the run and stuff like that. But those are our NFL thoughts. A couple decent sized moves in the NFL. Teams are starting to get less and less money, or players are starting to get less and less money as the days go on here.
Yeah.
Just one other move we haven't mentioned, just off the top of my head. Nate Solder leaves the Patriots on a big contract. He goes to the Giants to be their left tackle. Just quick thoughts. He gets 4 years, $61 million. It's a huge deal. New England was never going to pay that, even for a left tackle.
Yeah.
Good for him getting paid. Giants need a left tackle. Good for them for getting one.
Can I just say, if the Cleveland Browns don't draft Saquon Barkley, they are the biggest mockery in sports history.
If they don't take Barkley at number 1, then the Giants are going to take him at number 2, guaranteed. And then what do you do at 4?
Yeah, exactly.
Like if you go like Sam Darnold at 1, just saying.
Yeah.
Just like as whatever.
Something, yeah.
Yeah. So if you go Sam Darnold at 1, and then the Giants take Barkley.
The Giants are foaming at the moment.
Yeah,
at this point.
exactly.
They're like, what?
I don't understand. I legit don't understand why Cleveland would take a QB1 when there's 3 guys, probably 4, that are going to go in the top 10, right?
Yeah.
And you have 2 picks in the top 10, and the best player in the draft is staring at you right in the face.
It's just looking at you.
Like you have, and this is another. They signed Carlos Hyde, which we haven't mentioned.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll mention it now. They signed Carlos Hyde to a 3-year deal, and they still have Duke Johnson.
Yeah. What are they doing?
There's no way they take Saquon Barkley, and that's just a huge fucking mistake.
I didn't understand the Carlos Hyde trade.
No, me neither.
That was stupid. That was pointless.
I agree.
Carlos Hyde's a great running back, but you have Saquon Barkley staring you in the face.
Yeah, you can take
whoever you want, and it's Saquon Barkley is who you need to take. And then you make a move for Carlos Hyde. Like what?
How do you think taking a QB at 1 and then best player available at 4, and that's going to be like
the offensive guard from
Quentin Nelson or like Minka maybe, but how is Sam Darnold and Minka better than Saquon Barkley and like Josh Allen or something?
And probably still Sam Darnold.
Yeah, because the Giants aren't going to take a quarterback, probably, like they should, but they probably
and the Colts
won't.
Are definitely not taking a quarterback.
They're definitely not. So even if one team trades up, like what's the worst case scenario for the Browns? They take Saquon, the Giants take Darnold, and then a team trades up with the Colts and they take Josh Allen.
And then you can take Rosen
or
Baker or fucking
Lamar if you really feel frisky.
Exactly. If you're feeling frisky.
Or you can trade back and take one of them later.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just don't understand where
the move for the Browns, the move for the shits is to take Saquon.
We've been saying it, and I've been saying it on Twitter, and with this Carlos Hyde signing,
it doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense at all, and it doesn't really look like it's going to happen. The only thing I can compare it to, that can give Browns fans some hope for taking Saquon is the Vikings last year had McKinnon, and then they signed Latavius Murray in the offseason,
and
then they draft Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. But still, Dalvin wasn't as hyped up as...
No, not at all. Not even close to
because
Saquon
Dalvin went
Barkley.
like the second or third round, right?
He went in the second round.
Saquon is going to be like the first running back taken first overall since...
It's not a perfect comparison. Fuck you. I was just saying.
Since, like, fucking whoever. I mean...
But
this kid's going to be better than Zeke. Why would you not want to take that chance?
I agree.
Yeah.
And, I mean... That's not even knocking Duke Johnson Jr. and Carlos Hyde. Those are two good running backs. Yeah. Those two are actually a very good complement to each other.
Yeah, it's not that we're saying like it's not a good like if Saquon wasn't a thing. Wow, that's good for
that's a good move. Carlos Hyde's a good move.
But you have this animal this beast,
this guy who's probably gonna be. I'm trying to think of the term. It's like a millennial talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's going to be a generational talent, right? At running back. He's going to be Ezekiel Elliott, Todd Gurley.
Yeah.
And you're going to let the Giants take him?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't want Carson Wentz. You didn't want Jared Goff. You wanted fucking Johnny Manziel. Can you not just make one smart decision for your franchise?
Just I could do a fucking better job.
Please.
Like, you just do something.
Like, you get Myles Garrett.
Watch the Browns not take... Watch the Browns, like, pull some shit and draft, like, not even a quarterback or Saquon first overall. Like, some random-ass motherfucker.
They're going to go, like, Bradley Chubb, the defensive end, #1 overall.
Bradley Chubb, #1 overall, and then, like...
Tremaine Edmonds
or Quentin Nelson at number 3 or 4. Like, that would be fucked up.
I low-key can see them taking Josh Allen #1.
Oh, yeah.
Because of how good his combine was?
Yeah, I can see.
That's a Browns move. Them taking Josh Allen at #1. And then #4 going Quentin Nelson and being like, we are better today.
Well, the Browns asked Baker Mayfield, typical Browns, what his favorite beer was. That was the question he asked them. I was like, what the fuck?
That's just Browns all over the place.
That's just Cleveland Brown written all over it. Yeah. Anyways...
I don't think they're going to be very much better.
Nah.
Like, they're going to be better than 0-16.
Yeah, they'll win a game or
but they're still going to be, at the max, like 5-11.
Yeah.
So, good for them. Don't go 0-16 again. For the love of fucking... Hugh Jackson's record as a head coach is 1-31.
Okay.
Please, can you not have that? That can't be 1-47. Like, it can't be.
It just can't be.
There's no way that guy could ever have a job again.
The Ravens got Michael Crabtree, that puts them over top of...
Cleveland now? No, I don't like.
You think
Baltimore's
so bad? Yeah.
I think Baltimore's defense is probably a top 10 outfit, but Joe Flacco and that offense are so fucking terrible.
Yeah.
They're gonna be probably the last place team in points scored next year.
Think so? Oh yeah, for sure.
Unless Alex Collins can fucking run for 1,500 yards.
Unless Joe Flacco can find his groove with Michael Crabtree and.
This would have been unpopular back in the day. But the Ravens should have let Joe Flacco walk when he won that Super Bowl. They should have been like, thanks for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You take you and your $40 million cap hit somewhere else because we don't need it.
I feel like the thing that... honestly, it's weird to say. I think the thing that ruined the Baltimore Ravens was winning the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah, actually.
And then
having to pay Joe Flacco all that money. And then Ray and Ed are gone.
Yeah, and Ray Lewis leaves, and it's just like, what now?
Like, I know this isn't a popular opinion either, but Ray Rice, just losing him, he was really fucking good.
Yeah, he was good
when he was on the field and not beating.
He was good at running the football, and he's good at beating his girlfriend.
Yeah, and catching the football.
Yeah, constance. He's very.
He's using his hands.
He's very consistent.
He's good with his hands.
He's good with his hands. Yeah, exactly. Can't let a guy like that go.
But and I don't like the Ravens. Yeah. So the downfall of the Ravens has been very entertaining. I love that they're terrible. Fuck the Ravens.
Sorry, Justin.
No, I'm not sorry. Fuck the Ravens. I'm sure when the Patriots are terrible in 5 years, I'll get it back, but fuck the Ravens.
And Raiden is a huge Ravens fan.
Oh, fuck the Ravens, for sure then. The double fuck the Ravens then. Alright, so we're going to finally move on from the NFL here. Finally, the last couple big names in the MLB have been signed. Jake Arrieta goes to the Philadelphia Phillies, kind of a shocker there. And Mike Moustakas returns to Kansas City on a very team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
I guess we'll start with Moose here. He gets a 1-year deal. Sorry for all the notification sounds if you guys are hearing them. Mm-hmm. But Moose goes to Kansas City on a 1-year deal for about $6.5 million, maybe.
Yeah.
He guy hits 38 home runs last year. Is an all-star. He's making $6.5 million this year. I don't really understand it. He does get a mutual option, I believe, in his second year for a good chunk of money, like $20 million. But that relies on a bunch of different incentives for him and the team. So I guess we'll see what happens there. But my initial reaction is I can't believe he lasted this long.
I know. Why couldn't
38 home runs out of a good fielding third baseman? Like, what more do you want?
One team couldn't pay him? Like, what?
What more do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
I would kill for Mike Moustakas to be in the middle of Jay's lineup.
Like, if
somehow.
If
he could just DH or
Donaldson
something.
wasn't a thing and we didn't know who Josh Donaldson was, it would be a sad reality.
Like if they traded Josh Donaldson this offseason for a haul and then signed Mike Moustakas,
I wouldn't be upset.
I wouldn't have been that upset.
Yeah.
But he goes
Depending
back
on what we got back for JD.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Obviously, that's a big hypothetical. But
I guess we'll see.
We'll see. And he only signed a 1-year deal, so you never know.
Yeah.
But Mike Moustakas gets way underpaid. This offseason has been terrible for players in general getting big paydays. He goes back to Kansas City, where he was before. Kansas City's terrible now. I think he'll want to get out of there after a year. But how do you have a better season?
Yeah, I know.
What do you want? You want to hit 40 home runs and make another All-Star game? Like, if he does, then he'll get paid. But exactly. Why isn't getting paid now?
You're telling me that You're telling me that not one team could have paid this guy?
The Atlanta Braves the Phillies have a third baseman. Well, Maikel Franco, but Moustakas is better than him.
Yeah, true. I don't know. It's
Moustakas is like a top 10 third baseman in the league.
Moustakas is a good third baseman, and he goes back to the Royals, and their Royals are shit. So it's just like, well, what a waste of talent.
You just over there. Shined a turd.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And Jake Arrieta signs with the Phillies. Do you know the contract details on this one? I never really...
look him up right now.
Okay.
I got him.
But initial reaction on this one is Arrieta was pretty damn good 3 or 4 years ago, one of the best pitchers in the league. He has regressed recently, but he is still probably a good top 3 arm to have in your rotation. I know you're pulling up the contract details right now, but I don't think they're too ridiculous.
I don't think so either.
And even if it is over $100 million, the Phillies have a lot of money to play with. They've been terrible for 5 or 6 years. They're paying nobody on that roster anything besides Carlos Santana.
Mm-hmm.
So, the Phillies need another arm to go with Aaron Nola. I like the move for Philadelphia. I think it gives their fan base something to cheer for, and it gives their players a little bit more hope too.
Exactly. I think what they're doing in Philly, if you're a Phillies fan, randomly, somehow, fucking...
Finally!
Yeah, you get excited.
Yep.
This team's... pretty good. This team's going to be pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Odubel Herrera's a good piece. Rhys Hoskins was on fire in September last year.
Carlos Santana's a good signing for them.
Yeah. Aaron Nola's very good.
Jake Arrieta's going to fit in nicely for them.
Yep. Veteran leadership on that young team.
I just seen that Eichhoff, their other guy, he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. With
that's tough for them.
A lat, something to do with his lat or something, so that'll be tough. But,
he's good too, though.
He was good. I think the Phillies aren't going to be a laughingstock of baseball anymore.
No, but that is a tough division with the Cubs, the Cardinals. The Pirates are probably going to finish last now, but they're never, terrible.
Yeah.
And then Milwaukee's got a lot better.
Oh yeah, Milwaukee signed a bunch of those fucking just
Royals players.
Plus
Christian Yelich.
Yeah,
exactly.
Too, so I'm still trying to see the Arrieta fucking details here.
Well, if you want to give your reaction, I'll see if I can look them up.
Yeah. Jake going to the Phillies, I kind of seen this as a good fit for him.
I think so too.
Kind of helps out Aaron Nola's development a little bit more.
Yeah, good veteran to have.
A good veteran to have. I think Jake, he had, like you said, he had a bad last year, but the year before that, he was fucking unbelievable.
And it's not like it was a bad year. It was just amazing.
He was 14-10 last year, 3.53 ERA.
I'll take that.
163 strikeouts. That's still a good fucking year. He was 9th in ERA, 10th in the record. I'm not sure. I don't think he's going to have that good of a record. I don't know if he's going to get the run support.
Probably not.
But
not like he did in Chicago.
Yeah, but I still think this is a good signing for them. I mean, it was super shocking to me that that's where he went of all teams to go to. I thought he was definitely going to go to a contender, but
well, he's stuck on the market for a while. I guess that's kind of why.
Yeah. But good for the Phillies paying him this money, regardless of what it is. I mean, unless
you know what? Honestly,
it's something ridiculous. But
I don't know if they've come out with the numbers yet because I don't see them. I mean, the only thing I've seen is what. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you know what, guys? I don't know if they've even released the numbers on this Jake Arrieta deal yet. I don't know if it's actually official.
Yeah.
But he is going to go there. And just a little bit of a news update here. Highest paid center in the NFL is now a thing, with Ryan Jensen agreeing to a 4-year deal with the Bucs, $42 million. He is that center on the Ravens with all the hair, wore number 99, and he was covered in tattoos. You know that guy?
Yeah.
So he's the highest paid center in the league now for the Bucs. Good for him. Fuck the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take on that one.
That's the hot take of the day.
Yeah, fuck the Ravens.
But I'm not sure what. I guess they haven't come out with the actual price for Arrieta yet. I mean, it's been like a week or so, no?
Yeah, I think so. That's kind of why I thought they had. But to be fair, I haven't seen the contract details on Twitter, and those are usually those come out pretty fast, right? You usually get like 7 different people tweeting what his contract is when it comes out. So
plus we have something else that we were discussing earlier. Altuve re-signed with the...
Yes, I forgot about that. Altuve signs a 5-year extension with the Astros for $151 million. Do you think he really wanted that extra $1 million?
Yeah.
You think he was like, I can't take 150. I need 151
million.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good price for this guy.
I think so too. Fuck.
Yeah, this guy's fucking unbelievable baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Houston Astros are pretty set in stone for a very, very long time to come.
Yeah. I mean, you're paying him $30 million a season, but if he hits the open market, you're paying him more than that.
Yeah.
And you're paying him, and you're giving him more than 5 years.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the best part of it for Houston is they don't get locked into one of those shitty 10-year, $400 million deals where it's like Albert Pujols and he's shit when he's 33 and it's like you're fucked until he's 40.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 7 years of being terrible. But I like that deal for both parties. I mean,
exactly.
Altuve gets paid. I mean, I don't know if we all know his story, but this guy, it's not like he was drafted high. You know, he went to a tryout in Houston. They sold him. No, he wasn't good enough. He came to a second tryout and he finally signed for like $8,000. And, you know, you see where he's gone since then. AL MVP, World Series champion.
One of the best players in baseball right now.
Probably number 2 behind Mike Trout.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can really debate that.
No.
I think pure hitting, I think he's probably the best player in the league.
Yeah.
Like, he's probably a better pure hitter than Mike Trout is. So it's like...
Well, this guy hits like 340 every fucking year.
30 home runs, 100 RBIs,
and a guy
30 stolen bases.
5'6".
Yeah, exactly. Plays great defense.
Yeah.
Great plate discipline, doesn't strike out any.
I think up the middle, Houston's got the best.
Houston's the best team in the MLB.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't think it's close. I think they won the World Series last year. Oh, I don't think they won the World Series last year. I know they won the World Series last year.
And I do not see why they can't repeat.
No, I think it's them and the Cubs, honestly, in the World Series. If the Dodgers, unless Cody Bellinger is actually a 40 home run, 100 RBI superstar, then I can see that.
Kershaw doesn't get hurt.
Yes, exactly. But I don't see any reason why the Houston Astros can't come out of the AL. It's always a thing.
It's always comes down to if this
guy gets hurt or not.
Hurt or not. Yeah.
Well, that's sports, right? It's a star-driven.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the word. I don't even know what the word would be. You know what I mean? Like, sports is just like to be successful. You need good players.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the systems can work some in college, but I mean, Alabama doesn't lose to a good system.
No.
So.
Yeah, true.
You need talent to win. Hot take of the day. And that was extra loud.
What's that saying? I think it's from Moneyball. Talent. No, it's from Miracle. Talent doesn't work hard or something. I don't know. Some fucking thing. I'm gonna look it up right now. It's gonna piss me off that I can't remember it.
It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know the exact quote. Also, an update for you guys. The Raptors are losing to the Dallas Mavericks after half with 11:35 left in the third. It's 62-54. Didn't see that coming from the dog shit Dallas Mavericks.
From the Mark Cuban-led
I mean,
Dallas
your Toronto Raptors are on a 10-game winning streak, and it looks like they may have overlooked the Mavs a little bit. And that's a turnover. That's not good.
I found the quote. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but that's what I'm going with.
That's what it was. Was that your high school yearbook quote?
No, my high school yearbook quote was, what was it? Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Timo Cruz. from Coach Carter. From Coach Carter.
I didn't even buy a yearbook. I don't even remember what my yearbook quote was. I think it was legit, "Go Jays."
I put the most fucked up shit for that thing, for like the grad profile or whatever. It was like you had your nicknames and stuff. I think my nicknames were Timo Cruz, Gary Bertier, and I can't even remember the other one. I just did the most fucked up shit.
Just put whatever you could.
Yeah.
I remember doing that. I remember in grade 12, I had 2 spares in the one, like, what are they even called? Terms?
Semesters?
Yeah. I had 2 spares in the one of the semesters, like the second one.
Yeah.
I totally checked out of high school during that time. Like, I only had 2 classes a day, and like one of them was like religion. Yeah. So I barely went, and it was a joke in grade 12. I remember coming in.
Grade 12 year was a joke, man. I think I had like gym and like personal fitness. And, like,
when we filled out those things, like they gave it to me in like the library, and I was like, John, no, Jonathan, nickname John.
Johnny.
Quote. Yeah, exactly. Quote. Go Jays. Okay, see you later.
Yeah, I worked hard on it.
Yeah. You took some time into it.
I took some time to do it.
I didn't even buy a yearbook.
Yeah. Oh man, I didn't buy a yearbook either. I was like,
you wanted to put something good in there?
For other people.
What was jokes about having 2 spares was that you would think they'd give me half days.
But they didn't.
That's not what happened.
No.
I either had
class and then class spare.
I could either sleep in, have 2 classes, and then go home early, or I would go to class. This is where I missed religion a lot of the time because it was at 8 a.m. and then if I went, it would go one class at whatever it was, 8 a.m. and then I wouldn't have to go back to school till 2 p.m. So it was like, I'm just gonna not go to school. And then that one class at 2 was like, I think I'm going to sit this one out today.
Yeah, I'm not going to this one.
Let's just say my habits in my grade 12 year of high school really carried over to how I performed in college.
Yeah, still doing it.
Missing a lot of classes.
Still doing it to this day, yeah. Even though I'm in university, I really should get my shit together.
In my 3rd year of college, man,
going to happen.
There was a class that I had every Monday at 8 a.m. I went twice. One time, man. No, I went 3 times. One time.
3 total times.
Yeah, 3 total times. One time I left halfway through because I remembered that it was the day that my cleaning ladies cleaned my room in the house I was living in. And I had like bongs and weed all over the place. Yeah. So that was not a good thing.
No.
So I ran out of that classroom. I was like, I got an emergency at my house. I got to leave. So I had to go home for that reason. And then I came in one time to that class 30 minutes late. And we were doing a assignment, like an in-class. Nice. So I sat down with my buddies, and I was like...
What two are we doing?
I was like, hey, what's up, guys? And they were like, oh, we're almost done. I was like, can you slap my name on there?
I put my name on it?
Yeah, they're like, yeah, man, no problem. Okay, see you later. Good class. And then the final exam. Those were the 3 times I went to that class.
You are the people that I hate.
Yes, my professor did not like me. I think I passed that class with a 52 or something. But
of course.
I passed, and I graduated. So we good.
All right, I guess we're kind of rambling on about Kai Bosch.
Random garbage.
Random garbage. So
that's usually how our podcasts go.
Yeah.
Like, we try to stay on topic, but then we talk about random shit.
The last, 10 minutes of this, you don't have to listen to it if you don't want, but...
Yes, you do. You need to listen to our stories.
But we appreciate it.
I like getting the sound effects in there. I especially like them when they're just inappropriate and random.
Yeah.
And people are like, what the fuck? Why'd they put a sound effect in there?
That's exactly what I think.
Yeah. And you're always looking at me like, why the fuck did you just press that button? But that's what makes it fun.
Okay. That's just why you wanted to do the podcast, just for the sound effects.
Did you like that?
No, I didn't like that. All right, so that pretty much wraps up your Friday Friday podcast here. We'll probably be back on Sunday
or Monday morning, depending on when we end up
releasing it.
Yeah, usually when we film these, we start at about 7 or 8, and then by the time we film them and we cut them together, and we do the
do things.
What are the timestamps and stuff? It usually takes us like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
So if we don't get them
done,
done,
a lot of effort in.
Yeah, we put a lot of effort. Okay, and no one listens. So fuck you guys.
Just kidding. Please stay with us.
Just kidding, Greg, Mike, and that random guy from my grandfather's work that listens. Thanks, buddy.
And me clicking refresh.
Yeah,
times.
Exactly.
What? I mean, what?
I mean, we all do that.
So yeah, well, I guess Monday you'll hear
Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday, either way. I'm not sure when you're gonna hear this one. Maybe tonight or
tomorrow night.
But
might get
maybe a Saturday.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Get a Saturday, Sunday, or Saturday, Monday going.
Yeah.
But
either way, we'll be back there with some more March Madness talk.
Yep,
we'll be hearing a lot from that until it's
all March, baby. All March until MLB starts. We'll be talking March Madness and our reactions.
We're gonna be March Madness, the championship games on April 2nd, and MLB will be starting a couple days before that. So we're always gonna have something to fucking talk about.
Yeah, exactly. In the MLB season, it's gonna be very predominantly MLB. We'll get the NHL off season too.
Yeah, true. Plus playoffs are coming.
Yeah.
Stanley Cup playoffs.
Lots of exciting stuff happening here.
Fuck yeah.
This is, well, I mean, there's always, that's what's great about sports.
Yeah, exactly.
They're always on.
Except for
the All-Star break in the MLB.
The MLB All-Star break. That's the only time things are not happening.
You gotta watch curling and darts.
Yeah, exactly. We will have a good darts episode when that happens.
Can I just say the best part about watching darts is when they get 180 and the announcer loses his goddamn mind. 180!
Yeah, that's the only part you live for, really.
And Van Bonneveld.
And bowling. I like bowling.
I like bowling. I like Wii bowling.
Wii bowling's good. And then that one guy that went absolutely nuts that one time. What the fuck did he say? It's like a very memorable quote. He's like, "Who do you think you are? I am." But he just that big bowler. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Oh, I seen that on Twitter the other day. I was fucking dying.
I saw a Vine of I'm sure you've seen it where in Wii bowling when you go to bowl and you throw the ball backwards and it hits the ground and then like 5 seconds later the whole crowd like jumps up. They're like, "Oh." You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. When you
release it. Yeah. There's a video of a guy like in a bowling alley and he does like the same thing and he releases it backwards and then his buddies are just standing there.
Yeah.
Like lands in front of him and they jump up. It kills me.
I need to see that. I need to fucking see that.
It was a good thing. It's a good time.
All right.
I'm sure that was a hilarious reenaction of that Vine for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess we will be
seeing you guys
on Sunday, maybe Monday.
The topics we'll be talking about, we'll be filming on Sunday.
Yeah. We will be talking on Sunday. You might be hearing us Sunday or Monday. We're not. We'll just fucking let you know.
Yeah, exactly. Expect some March Madness, some more NFL, and hopefully we can squeeze some NHL and some NBA in there, maybe.
Hopefully squeeze in some NHL talk. Finally.
Maybe.
We'll see how we feel.
We'll have a big playoff preview.
Oh, yeah, we will.
We'll see if we can bring Greg back for that one.
No, big.
We'll
bring Big Greg back.
Yeah.
And that'll be good. I know how much you guys loved hearing him. Probably not.
How much you love hearing us.
Yeah. It's really just us listening to ourselves at this point. But
at this point in the podcast, it's just us talking to ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. Anyways, I guess we'll be seeing you guys on, again, Sunday or Monday.
Yeah, for the 17th time we've mentioned.
Enjoy your weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we will see you guys later.
Thanks for being with us.